Okay, write a question. Fx is equals to cos x power cot square x when x is not equals to 0 and equals to e power minus 1 by 2 when x equals to 0. Okay, find whether the fx is continuous at x equals to 0 or not. Okay, now see, find whether the function is continuous at x equals to 0 or not. Okay, obviously now we know that function is continuous at x equals to 0 if limit at 0 is equals to f0. If limit at x equals to 0 is equals to f0, then function is continuous at 0, otherwise not. Okay, so f0 is value of function at 0 is equals to e power minus 1 by 2 and value of function is equals to this one when x is not equals to 0. Okay, so at f0 directly we have e power minus 1 by 2. So what we want to find limit x tending to 0 fx. Okay, this one you want limit x tending to 0. X tending to 0, it means 0 plus or 0 minus, but not exactly 0. Limit, it means near to 0, approaches to 0, 0 plus or 0 minus, not 0. Okay, so in this one here we have limit, it means LHL and RHL. Now if you are finding LHL, then at the place of x what we have to put? 0 minus h. Okay, minus h, it means x is not equals to 0. From this one you will get LHL. Okay, if you use RHL, then 0 plus h. At the place of x what you will put? h again in this one, because h is not equals to 0. This is the value only when x is exactly 0. If x is other than 0, it means 0 plus h or 0 minus h, then this is the value. Okay, so limit x tending to 0 fx. Limit at 0 you will get from this one. Okay, because here x is not equals to 0 now, this is either 0 plus h or 0 minus h. So limit x tending to 0 cos x power cot square x. Okay, you can't take this one na, value of fx you can't take this one, because this is the value of fx when at x equals to 0, at x equals to exactly 0, but this is limiting value 0. Okay, it means 0 plus or 0 minus, so this is the value of fx for limit. Now how to find? If you put x equals to 0, what we are getting? Cos 0. Cos 0 is, sorry, cos 0. Cos 0 is 1 and cot 0 is infinity. So we are getting 1 power infinity form. Okay, 1 power infinity form. Then we have the formula e power limit x tending to 0 fx minus 1 cos x minus 1 into gx. Gx is cot square x. Okay, now how to find the value of this one? Now see, 1, if I take common minus, 1 minus cos x, 1 minus cos x by x square, limit x tending to 0 is 1 by 2, standard form. And cot square x, if you write this one in tan square x, in numerator we want x square, then x by tan x is standard form. Okay, so I am using a standard form. Limit x tending to 0, I am taking common, 1 minus cos x by x square, and here tan square x by x square. Now x square cancel out, it means same thing. Okay, then no problem. Now use the standard limit e power minus, limit x tending to 0 of this one is 1 by 2, limit x tending to 0 of this one is 1. Okay, so what we are getting? E power minus 1 by 2, and e power minus 1 by 2 is the value of fx at x equals to 0. It means this is equals to f0. So limit x tending to 0 fx is equals to f0. So function is continuous at x equals to 0. Okay, there is no need to find LHL and RHL, because if you find the LHL and RHL, both you will get equals to this one, you will get same. Okay, actually here we have different type of problem in determinate form. Okay, LHL RHL is always same in these type of question. Okay, okay, thank you. So function fx is continuous at x equals to 0. Okay, done. Write down. Canara. Next, if fx is equals to e power x minus 1 power 3 cosec ax, okay, or write 2x by ln 1 plus x square and b. This is the value when x is not equals to 0, and this is the value when x equals to 0. If fx is continuous at x equals to 0 or continuous, find b. Okay, now it is given that this function fx is continuous. Continuous, it means continuous at every point, then find b. Okay, now actually this function is fx equals to this one when x is not equals to 0, and fx equals to this one only when x equals to 0. It means f0 is b. Okay, if you are putting x as 0 plus or 0 minus, for both you have to take value of fx from this one, not from this one. This is the only value when x equals to 0. Other than 0, if you are taking anything h or minus h, then this is the value of function. Okay, now it is given that function is continuous, then find the value of b. Now see, at 0, f0 is b, and you can find limit from this one. So we have to continuous now, so at every point limit is equals to f a. Okay, but I am taking point as 0, because if you take any other point, then always you will get value from this one. Then how can you find value of b? B is value of the function at x equals to 0 now, so I have to use point 0. At x equals to 0, limit x tending to 0 fx must be equals to f0, obviously. Okay, f0 is b, so must be equals to b. Okay, now limit x tending to 0 fx, x tending to 0 fx, it means x is either 0 plus h or 0 minus h. Put anything, doesn't matter, from both you will get same value. Okay, so I am directly using. Okay, na? So either 0 plus or 0 minus, but from this one you will get value now. Okay, so I am finding limit x tending to 0 fx equals to this one or this one, obviously this one. This is the only when x equals to 0, where here x is tending to 0, not 0. So e power x minus 1 power 3 cosec 2x by ln of 1 plus x square. Okay, now for anything I have standard form, ln 1 plus x by x, that is equals to 1, e power x minus 1 by x, that is equals to 1, cosec in denominator can be written as sine x by sine x or sine x by x, that is equals to 1, x is tending to 0. Okay, then no problem, use a standard form. Remember, standard forms are important always. Okay, now if you use L'Hopital, it become lengthy now. So e power x minus 1 by x, what do you want? Power 3. Okay, this is 1 is done now. In denominator, what do you have? ln 1 plus x square. So standard form is ln 1 plus x by x. Here we have x square, so in numerator also you want x square. Okay, cosec in denominator can be written as sine 2x. Then here sine x by x form, here we have 2x, so here we want 2x. Now equate. Okay, because this must be equal to this one. See, x power 3, x square into x cube cancel, equal. Okay, there is 2, but in this one there is no 2, so here I have to write 1 by 2 equals to b. Okay, now use a standard form. Limit of this one, e power x minus 1 by x, x tending to 0, 1 power 3, ln 1 plus x by x, 1, sin x by x, 1 into 1 by 2 equals to b. Okay, then simply b equals to 1 by 2. Oh, so simple, write down. Okay, write down. Can I rough? Okay, question number 3. Let fx is equals to root x square plus kx plus 1 by x square minus k. The interval of all possible value of k for which f is continuous for every x belongs to R. Okay, options are minus infinity comma 2, minus 2 comma 0, C R minus 2 comma 2, and D minus 2 comma 2. Okay, so this is the question. Fx is given root x square plus kx plus 1 by x square minus k, the interval of all possible value of k for which fx is continuous for every x belongs to R. Now see, fx is equals to root over x square plus kx plus 1 by x square minus k. Now I want value of k such that this is continuous for any value of x. Okay. Now what is the condition? See, this is root of polynomial. Now we know that polynomial function is always continuous. Okay, graph is without break. If you take root of this one, again you will get continuous. Okay, but one problem, this can't be negative, because if this one become negative, then root of negative is not defined. Okay, so condition for this one is this must be greater than 0. If this is greater than 0, then okay, then root of this one is also greater than 0 and we have graph without break. Okay, so this become continuous. Actually total become continuous if this is continuous by continuous formula. Okay, x square minus k, polynomial. Polynomial is always continuous. We have only one condition, that this must be non-zero. Okay, it means it can't be equal to 0. Denominator can't be equal to 0 now. Okay, so I am applying the condition such that this become continuous for any value of x. First condition for this one is x square plus kx plus 1 must be greater than 0. Equals to 0 also possible, and x square minus k can't be equal to 0. Okay, this can't be equal to 0. Now x square minus k can't be equal to 0, and want value of k. So from this one we are getting that k can't be equal to x square. Now I want value of k such that for any value of x, k can't be equal to x square. Okay na? It means I put a 0, 1, 2, 3, 2.5, 4.5, minus 1.2. Okay, for any value of x, k can't be equal to x square. Now I know one thing, that x square, if you put any value of x, doesn't matter, x square is always greater than equals to 0. X square is always greater than equals to 0. If I take k as less than 0, then okay, then k can't be equal to x square. If k is less than 0, then negative value can't be equal to x square. Now for any value of x, you can't take positive value of this one. Suppose I am taking k equals to 4, then x square equals to 4, then x equals to plus minus 1 by 2, plus minus 2. At plus 2 and minus 2, k is equal to x square, so I can't take. But if you are taking minus 4, now no problem, put any value of x, x square can't be equal to minus 4. So from this one what we are getting? From this one we are getting that k belongs to minus infinity to 0. Also we can't take 0. If you take k equals to 0, then at x equals to 0, k become equals to x square. So from this one we are getting k equals to minus infinity to 0. Now from this one we have to solve. Now we want value of k such that quadratic expression is always greater than equals to 0. Always greater than equals to 0, it means when you draw the graph of this one, so it is either above the x-axis or touches the x-axis. Okay, and this is the condition of d less than equals to 0. If this is the graph, then no root, it means d less than 0. And if this is the graph, then equals to 0. Okay, so this will be greater than equals to 0 if d is less than equals to 0. Okay, quadratic polynomial, if there is equals to, I am taking because of this one, if there is only greater than 0 na, okay, so like this is the graph, then no root. Condition of no root is d less than 0. Okay, but at this time here we have equals to, so I am taking d less than equals to 0. Okay, so d is b square k square minus 4ac, 4 into 1 less than equals to 2, 0, k minus 2 into k plus 2. Okay, if you put this one equals to 0, minus 2, from this one equals to 0, plus 2, plus minus plus, from this one we are getting k from minus 2 to plus 2, but now we have to satisfy both this one and this one. So take intersection, there is no positive value and there is minus 2 to plus 2. If you take intersection, what you will get? Therefore k belongs to minus 2 comma 0 at 0 open interval, because 0 is not included in this one. Intersection of these two is equals to this one. This is the answer. Okay, write down. Can I have? Okay, next. Show that the function f(x) equal to 2x plus 3 x plus 1 x plus 2 x from minus 3 to minus 2, minus 2 to 0, 0 to 1. Okay, so that the function is discontinuous at x equals to 0 and continuous at every other point in the interval minus 3 comma 1. Okay, now see, it is given that function f(x) equals to this one for minus 3 to minus 2, then x plus 1 minus 2 to 0, and f(x) equals to x plus 2 for 0 to 1. Okay, now we have to prove that function is discontinuous only at x equals to 0 and continuous at every other point in the interval minus 3 comma 1. Now actually in the interval minus 3 comma 1 you have infinite points, obviously. Minus 3 to 1 we have infinite points. Okay, so I can't check the continuity at every point. Okay, so then how to find? Now actually first find the all possible point of discontinuity and then only check the continuity at those points. Okay, first find all possible point of discontinuity to check the discontinuity in any interval or from in any interval or for r also, minus infinity to plus infinity. First find all possible point of discontinuity and then check the continuity at only those points. Okay, so see, first possible point of discontinuity. Okay, now see, we have 4 points to find possible point of discontinuity. Continuity should be checked at the following point. Okay, from that first one is continuity of the function should be checked at point where definition of the function changes. Okay, where definition of the function changes. Now see, what is the point where definition of the function changes? If you take x less than minus 2, then this is the value of function. When x is less than minus 2, then this is the value. When x is equals to 2 or greater than minus 2, when x is equals to minus 2 or greater than minus 2, then this is the value. It means at minus 2 value of the function changes, it means definition changes. Okay, so at minus 2, before minus 2 this is the value, after minus 2 this is the value. So at minus 2 definition changes, so we have to check continuity at minus 2. After that, at 0 also definition changes. When x is less than 0, this is the value. When x is greater than 0, this is the value. So at 0 also definition changes. Okay, now actually you can't consider minus 3 and plus 1 because this is the value when x is greater than minus 3 or equals to minus 3. Now there is no value when x is less than minus 3. Here you want continuity in minus 3 to 1. So you can't consider any point which is less than minus 3. So you can't take LHL. Okay, na? For minus 3 we can't find LHL. Okay, to check the continuity, because here we want continuity in this interval na. So at minus 3 you can check only minus 3 and RHL. Okay, and both you will get from this one. So that point is not possible point of discontinuity. Okay, so these are the possible point of discontinuity. It means if discontinuity is possible, then it is possible only at those 2 points. Okay, so just check at minus 2 and 0. So first I am taking 8x equals to minus 2. First find LHL, RHL, f minus 2 must be same. Okay na? So first LHL. LHL is limit h tending to 0, f minus 2 minus h. Limit h tending to 0. Now x is less than minus 2. Minus 2 minus h na, so less than minus 2. If x is less than minus 2, then this is the value of fx. Okay, so put in this one 2 at the place of x. What we have to put? Minus 2 minus h and plus 3. If you put h equals to 0, after simplification what you will get? You will get minus 1. H equals to 0, minus 4 plus 3 minus 1. Okay, so LHL is clear. Now RHL. Limit h tending to 0, f minus 2 plus h. Minus 2 plus h, it means now x is greater than minus 2. If x is greater than minus 2, then this is the value. Okay, put in this one. Limit h tending to 0, at the place of x, what we have to put? Minus 2 plus h and then plus 1. Okay, na? This is greater than minus 2. If x is greater than or equals to minus 2, then this is the value of function. Okay, if you put h equals to 0, minus 2 plus 1, what we are getting? Minus 1. Now find f minus 2. If x is equals to minus 2, this is the value. Replace x as a minus 2, minus 2 plus 1, again minus 1. Now see, LHL equals to RHL equals to f minus 2. So function is continuous at minus 2. Okay, no problem. Okay, so at x equals to minus 2 is complete. Now 8x equals to 0. Okay, again same, we have to find now minus 2 and 0. Now at 0 find LHL, RHL, f0. LHL is limit h tending to 0, f0 minus h, f minus h. Okay, now 0 minus h minus h less than 0 na. When x is less than 0, then this is the value. Put in this one. Limit h tending to 0, f minus h. At the place of x, what we have to put? Minus h plus 1. If you put h equals to 0, at the end you will get 1. Okay, now find RHL. Limit h tending to 0, f0 plus h, f h. Now this is greater than 0. If x is greater than 0, then this is the value. Okay na? So put in this one. Limit h tending to 0, f h. X is greater than 0. So this is the value, h plus 2. If you put h equals to 0, what we are getting? 2. Now there is no need to find f0 because LHL is not equals to RHL. Now doesn't matter f0 is equals to 1 or 2. Okay, because all three must be same. If any two are not same, then function is discontinuous. Okay, function is discontinuous at x equals to 0. Okay, so we have only two possible point of discontinuity, and out of these 2 points, at minus 2 we are getting continuous, at only 0 we are getting discontinuous. That we want to prove is discontinuous at x equals to 0 and continuous at every other point. Okay, so we are getting, write down. Okay, okay, next, fx is equals to limit n tending to infinity 1 plus x power n. Okay. Comment the continuity of fx 8x equals to 0. Okay. This is the limit for n, not for x. Okay, na? And 1 plus x power n. Now we want to check continuity of fx at x equals to 0. Same, use the formula. A point is given now. So function is said to be continuous at any point x equals to a if LHL equals to RHL equals to f. Otherwise no. So just find. Okay, at x equals to 0, first I am finding LHL. LHL is limit h tending to 0, f0 minus h, f minus h. Okay, so what we are getting? Limit h tending to 0, f minus h from this one. Replace x as minus h. Already we have limit for n. Okay, na? Limit n tending to infinity. No problem. There may be two limit because here we have now two unknown value, na? H and n both. Okay, so no problem. This limit for h is tending to 0, limit for n is tending to infinity. 1 at the place of x, what we have to put? Minus h power n. Now see, 1 minus h. Okay, h is a very small positive number. 1 minus h is less than 1 and n is tending to infinity. Less than 1 power infinity is equals to 0. 1 minus h, s is tending to 0 but a very small positive value, na? So this is like 0. This is 0.00001. This is like 0.9999999. That one power infinity. Any value less than 1 power infinity is always 0. Okay, so this is equals to less than 1 power infinity, that is equals to 0. Okay, actually see, simple thing. I am taking any, for example, any value less than 1, suppose 0.9. If you take 0.9 power 1, what you will get? 0.9. Okay, 0.9 power 2, 0.81. 0.9 power 3, you will get 0.7 something. Okay, so as you increase the power, okay, if any value is less than 1, just less than 1, if you increase the power, then value decrease. When you increase the power up to infinity, then value decrease up to 0. Okay, or nearly 0. So LHL is 0. Now RHL is limit h tending to 0, f0 plus h, fh. Okay, put the value. Limit h tending to 0, fh. Replace x with h. Limit n tending to infinity, 1 plus, at the place of x, what we have to put? H power n. Now see, 1 plus h. Now 1 plus h. H is tending to 0. Okay, but it is a very small positive value, na? 0.0001. Now 1 plus h is greater than 1 and greater than 1 power infinity is equals to infinity. Okay, if just less than 1 power infinity, 0. Greater than 1 power infinity, infinity. Okay, because as you increase the power, value is also increased. Okay, and exact 1 power infinity is equals to 1. So this is greater than 1 power infinity, that is equals to infinity. Okay, and now f0, just simply put x as 0. Limit n tending to infinity, 1 plus 0 power n. Okay, now exact 1 power infinity is equals to 1. So simply you can see that all three are not same, so function is discontinuous. Okay, fx is discontinuous at x equals to 0. Okay, write down. Okay, Kenara. Okay, right, next. Fx, examine the continuity of fx defined as fx equals to mod x minus 1 plus mod x plus 1 in the interval minus 1 comma 2. Okay, actually I am taking this question because of only one reason, that remember that if you have any time sum or difference of modulus function, and inside modulus function if you have linear polynomial, okay, if you have sum of difference of modulus of linear polynomial, then function is always continuous, because always you will get graph without break. Okay, then function is continuous. Okay, now doesn't matter you are taking interval minus 1 to 2 or minus infinity to plus infinity, this is always continuous. Take minus 1 to 2 or 0 to 5 or minus 1 to 10 or minus 10 to plus 10, this is always continuous. And also easily you can draw the graph of this one. To draw the graph of this one you have two options. First, convert this one in defined form, or second, directly draw the graph, you will get both shape. Okay, this is done in 11th. Okay, graph of this one is done in 11th, but at this time I am just repeating the process. Fx equals to greatest integer of modulus of x minus 1 plus mod of x plus 1. If you have sum or difference of 2 or more than 2 modulus of linear polynomial, then use this one. First, draw a number line minus infinity to plus infinity. Put this one equals to 0. If you put this one equals to 0, what you will get? 1. Okay. Now put this one equals to 0. What you are getting? Minus 1. Okay. Indicate them minus 1 and plus 1. That is clear. Now find value at minus 1 and plus 1. If you put x equals to minus 1, then minus 1 minus 1 minus 2. Mod of minus 2 is plus 2. And minus 1 plus 1 is 0. So what we are getting? We are getting value as plus 2. Okay, now put x equals to 1. If you put x equals to 1, 1 minus 1 0, 1 plus 1 2, mod of 2 equals to 2. Again we are getting same value 2. Okay, now same level. Okay, now join these. Okay, now I want graph before minus 1 and after 1. Now remember that before minus 1 and after minus 1, after 1 also you will get graph is like line always. Okay, now I have two options, either graph is like this one or this one. If this is the line, then slope is positive. Theta is less than 90 now, then slope is positive. Slope is y equals to mx plus c. M is the slope, it means coefficient of x. So if coefficient of x before minus 1, if coefficient of x is positive, then this is the line. If coefficient of x is negative, suppose minus 2x plus 3, then slope is negative. Then you can't take line like this one, then this is the line. Then angle is greater than 90, then tan theta is negative. Okay, so see, x is less than minus 1, then this one is negative. Negative na? Negative, then minus x from this one you will get. X is less than minus 1, then this is also negative, then from this one also you will get minus x. Okay, I want only coefficient of x, I am not considering 1 or plus 1. Okay, it means this total is negative. So if total is negative, we know na, if mod x, if x is negative, then value of this one is minus x. If positive, then value of this one is plus x. So this is negative, so value of this one is minus x, it means minus of x minus 1, but I am considering only this one because there is no effect of constant term. So what we are getting? Minus 2x, it means coefficient of x is minus 2, negative, negative, then graph is like this one. Okay, if you put x is greater than 1, x is greater than 1, positive, positive, then plus of this one, it means x minus 1. Okay, see, I am writing complete. X is greater than 1, this is also positive, x plus 1. Now coefficient of x is 2, 2x we are getting now, so positive, positive, then this is the graph. Now you can't take this one because in this one angle is greater than 90, then negative slope. If coefficient is positive, it means slope is positive. Then this one. Okay. This is the graph of fx. And if you want -1 to +2, now you can check the graph from -1 to +2. This is without break. Without break, then continuous. Okay. Continuous in this interval -1, 2. Okay. So sometimes if you can draw the graph now, then use. If easily you can draw the graph. Okay. Now Canara. Next, if fx is equals to 1 plus x to x minus 1, x is less than 0, x is greater than equals to 0, gx is equals to 4 minus x to x plus 7, x is less than -1 when x is greater than equals to -1. Okay. Then find the possible point of discontinuity. Then find the possible point of discontinuity of z of fx. Also check the discontinuity at all points. All these points. Okay, fx equals to this one and gx equals to this one. Then find the possible point of discontinuity of z of fx. Okay, and also check the discontinuity of all these points. Okay, so first we have to find the all possible point of discontinuity of the function. Function is c of fx. Okay, see, possible point of discontinuity. Now for this one we have a note. Okay, in case of composite function g of fx or f of gx, we have to check the continuity at the point. First one is all the possible point of discontinuity of fx inside function. If fx is discontinuous, then complete may be discontinuous. Okay, so first we have to check the discontinuity at all the possible point of discontinuity of fx, and this is the fx. Possible point of discontinuity is 0, because at 0 value of fx changes, definition changes. Before 0 this is the value, after 0 this is the value. So for fx possible point of discontinuity is 0. Now next we have to check the discontinuity at point where fx is equals to c, where fx becomes c, where c is the possible point of discontinuity of z, and possible point of discontinuity of z is -1. Okay, z is -1. So we have to check the discontinuity at point where fx is equals to -1. For g, possible point of discontinuity is -1. Now before -1 this is the value, after -1 this is the value. So at -1 definition changes. Okay, so possible point of discontinuity of g is -1. So you have to check the discontinuity at point where this become -1. Then this is gx, so this x become -1. Okay, so fx equals to -1. Now see, if you use this value of x, fx has two value na, either 1 plus x or 2x minus 1, use both, no problem. 1 plus x equals to minus 1 or 2x minus 1 equals to minus 1. From this one what I am getting, x equals to minus 2. Now check that, can I take x equals to minus 2? Actually this is the value when x is less than 0 and this is less than 0. So okay, minus 2 write down. Now if you put this one equals to 0, x equals to 0. Now check, can I take x equals to 0? This is the value when x is greater than equals to 0. Okay, I can take x equals to 0, but 0 is already taken. Okay, so 0 and minus 2. Suppose from this one if you are getting x equals to 2, now you can't take 2 because this is the value of fx when x is less than 0, and here we are getting greater than 0, that is not possible. Okay, but at this time we are getting minus 2. So okay na, remember this one. It means now you can find the possible point of discontinuity of composite function g of fx. Okay, don't worry, we will take next session also, in which we will find the possible point of discontinuity of composite function. So these are the possible point. Now next is also check the discontinuity at these point. Now see one thing, there is no need to find g of fx to check the discontinuity at this point. Directly also you can check, because if you find, also you have two options. First you can find g of fx, then check the discontinuity, but it become lengthy. Okay, here we doesn't want g of fx, now we want only discontinuity at this point. So directly you can find. Okay, just take the point, first one, 8x equals to 0. Function will be continuous if LHL equals to RHL equals to 0, f0. Okay, so LHL I am finding, LHL limit h tending to 0. Now function is g of fx. Okay na, limit h tending to 0, f0 minus h. Okay, but function is, we want continuity for this one. So g of f of 0 minus h, it means minus h. Okay, now just find the value, no problem, it is easy. Limit h tending to 0, g of, first find f of minus h. Now see, minus h, h is positive, a very small positive value, minus h is negative, just less than 0. 0 minus h na, just less than 0. So value of f when x is less than 0, value of fx equals to this one when x is less than 0, equals to this one when x is greater than equals to 0, and this is less than 0, less than 0. So from this one, 1 plus x, at the place of x what we have to put, minus h, then 1 minus h. Okay, now there is g 1 minus h. 1 minus h, it means just less than 1. gx equals to this one when x is less than minus 1. gx equals to this one when x is greater than minus 1. Now obviously I can say that 1 minus h is greater than minus 1. Obviously this is like 0.99999 and that is greater than minus 1 now. Okay, so from this one, limit h tending to 0, from this one you will get value na 2, at the place of x what we have to put, 1 minus h and plus 7. If you put h equals to 0, at the end you will get 9. So at x equals to 0, LHL equals to 9. Okay, now find RHL. RHL is limit h tending to 0, g of f of 0 plus h, 0 plus h, then fh. Limit h tending to 0, g of fh. Now x is greater than 0, h is greater than 0 na? If x is greater than 0, then this is the value, 2h minus 1. Okay, now this one is gx equals to this one when x is less than minus 1, and gx equals to this one when x is greater than equals to minus 1. Now check, 2h minus 1 is greater than minus 1 or less than minus 1. Okay, decide now. Limit h tending to 0, 2h minus 1 is greater than minus 1. This can be written as minus 1 plus 2h, minus 1 plus something, minus 1 plus 2h na, 2h is positive, minus 1 plus 2h, so minus 1 plus something, it means greater than minus 1. So this is the value. Okay, put in this one, 2 at the place of x, 2h minus 1 and plus 7. Now if you put h equals to 0, what we are getting, this is 0, minus 2 plus 7, what we are getting, we are getting 5. Okay, now there is no need to find f0 because LHL is not equal to RHL, so function is discontinuous at 0. LHL is not equal to RHL. Therefore, function, what is the function? Z of fx is discontinuous at x equals to 0. Discontinuous at x equals to 0. Okay, simply we can check at -2. Okay, first write down this one, then I will rough. Okay, done. And check at -2. Check now. Can I rough? Okay, now I will take x equals to -2. So see, at 0 function is discontinuous. Okay, these are possible points, not necessarily discontinuous at these point. Now B, at x equals to, next point is -2. Okay, now again find LHL, RHL and f -2 if these are same. And okay, function is f of gx or g of fx. F of gx or g of fx. Where is the function? Possible g of fx. Okay, so LHL is limit h tending to 0, g of f a minus h. A is -2 minus h. So limit h tending to 0, g of f -2 minus h. Now see, fx equals to this one when x is less than 0, fx equals to this one when x is greater than equals to 0. This is less than 0 or greater than equals to 0. Obviously -2 minus h, less than 0. Okay, less than 0, then from this one 1 plus x at the place of x -2 minus h. Okay, so what we are getting? We are getting limit h tending to 0, g of 1 -2 minus 1 minus h. Okay, limit h tending to 0. Now g minus 1 minus h, gx equals to this one when x is less than -1, and this is less than -1 minus h, again less than -1. So this is the value 4 minus x, x is -1 minus h. If you put h equals to 0, what you will get? H equals to 0 plus 1, 5 we are getting. Okay, so LHL is equals to 5. Now check RHL. Limit h tending to 0, g of f of -2 plus h. Limit h tending to 0. Now f -2 plus h. In -2 we are adding a very small positive quantity, then it is like -1.99999, then also comes in this interval. Okay, so this is obviously less than 0. This is -1.9999, so less than 0 now. So this is the value. G of f -2 plus h is 1 plus at the place of x -2 plus h. So what we are getting? We are getting that limit h tending to 0, g -1 plus h. Now see, -1 plus h, then this is greater than -1, then this is the value. Limit h tending to 0 to x is -1 plus h and plus 7. If you put h equals to 0, what you will get? 5. Okay, so RHL is 5. Now find value at -2. Okay, -2, it means g of f of -2. All three must be same now. Up to this one, we have LHL equals to RHL. G of f -2, f -2 from this one. Okay, now 1 -2, 1 -2. It means g of -1. G of -1 from this one, -2 plus 7, that is equals to 5. Okay, now we have LHL equals to RHL equals to g of f -2. So function is continuous. Okay, g of f x is continuous at x equals to -2. So two possible point of discontinuity, 0 and -2. At 0 this one is discontinuous, but at -2 this one is continuous. Okay, write down. Can I rough after this one? Last question for today. Okay, fx equals to x plus 1 by x minus 1 and gx is equals to 1 by x minus 2. Then discuss the continuity of fx, gx and g of fx. Okay, now see, first fx, this is polynomial by polynomial, continuous by continuous. Continuous by continuous is always continuous. Okay, always continuous. Only we have one condition, that denominator can't be equals to 0. It means x minus 1 can't be equals to 0, x can't is discontinuous only at 1, because at 1 this become infinity. Okay, at x equals to 1 fx is not defined. Therefore fx is discontinuous at x equals to 1. At any point if function become infinity, it must not define. Not define, it means that value is not exist. Value not exist, it means discontinuous. Okay, simple. Second, gx, again continuous by continuous, but denominator can't be equals to 0, and this is 0 at 2. At x equals to 2, gx is discontinuous. Other than 2, if you take any value, then gx is continuous. Other than 1, if you take any value of x, then fx is continuous. Okay, now third one, that is important, for g of fx. Okay, now see, g of fx is discontinuous at when fx is discontinuous. We have 2 points now. This will be discontinuous at point or possible point of discontinuity, but at this time this will be discontinuous at possible point of discontinuity. What? Why? Because these become infinity. If any value fx become infinity, then this is not at infinity you can't find value of z now. Okay, so this is not like that possible point of discontinuity. This is the point of discontinuity. Then now see, g of fx, we have to check the discontinuity at point, at the possible point of discontinuity of fx. Possible point of discontinuity of fx is 1, at 1. If you put na x equals to 1, then this become infinity. G of infinity is not defined, so function is also not defined. Okay, x equals to 1, and the at point where fx is equals to c, where c is the possible point of discontinuity of g. Discontinuity of g is at 2. So when fx is equals to 2. Okay na? 2 is the possible point of discontinuity of g. It means when this become 2, then g is discontinuous. Okay na? When this become 2, then g is discontinuous. But at the place of x, what we have? Fx. So when fx become 2, then g is discontinuous. Okay, so fx is x plus 1 by x minus 1 equals to 2, x plus 1 equals to 2x minus 2, then x equals to 3. Okay, therefore z of fx is discontinuous at x equals to 1 and 3. Okay, okay na? Okay, right now remaining we will take in next class.